guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. We got our boy Mechikabura to full level 10 links. We can go ahead and take a look at how impressive he could be. I think Mechikabura definitely is going to be a potential solid option, right? He is on a bunch of category teams that certainly needs the help. A while back, it had seemed as though they were going to try and split up Realm of Gods into Superclass and Extreme Class, although it's like, I feel like they just don't like update Realm of Gods enough for them to actually continue that. But more, you know, extreme options for there is going to be good. Mechikabura definitely could be good in a lot of these teams like Terrifying Conquerors and stuff like that, considering Mechikabura's got big bad bosses, right? You know, we could rock Mechikabura on Time Travelers. You know, he could share big bad bosses with, say, Cell or something like that, right? So, I think Mechikabura could have, you know, some viability on a bunch of teams. Okay, so we'll be able to have him here. We'd have 3 links active. Let's see. So his link set is Fear and Faith, Brainiacs, Revival, Master of Magic, Godly Power, Big Bad Bosses, and Shattering the Limit. So we'd be able to get Brainiacs, Master of Magic, and Shattering the Limit. Mechikabura, let's see. So he gets 150% attack and defense start of turn, another 80% attack and defense on Super, another 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. And then depending upon like multiple types of orbs, he's able to get even bigger buffs. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get like a shit ton of AGL orbs right here. No, well, we can. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I think okay, so Mechikabura, he kind of works like it's almost like a Broly, Chile, and Lemo type of thing, right? Where with 2 AGL key spheres, he's getting 80% attack and defense. With 2 STR physical key spheres, he gets 80% attack. And then with 2 tech or int key spheres, he gets 80% defense, right? So overall, you always do want to go AGL for him. Even though we can get 7 orbs right there, he's going to have a more impressive performance with the 6 orbs right there. I think in terms of his attack stat, we would get slightly higher by going for the 7 orbs right there because he gets the same attack buff as AGL, but you guys get what I'm saying. So he's at 140k right here, right? Remember, he's getting 80% on super attack. So he's already over 200k defense, just already. Let's go ahead and give him those orbs right there. And then he jumps up to 238k. But again, now he's getting 80%. So he's actually closing in on like 400k. The thing about using Mechikabura on the Dragon Ball Heroes team, or the crossover team, is you're going to have access to Robel and God Trunks, Rainbow Orb Changers, right? Mechikabura is going to be one of these characters, 5.67 turn 1. I mean, I'll definitely take that from him with the near 400k defense he's rocking as well. That's good. But on this team, we'll have the Rainbow Orb changing like pieces basically we need in order for Mechikabura to be able to get a lot of orbs and, you know, do a lot of damage and look overall just very impressive, right? So like that's going to be a huge thing for him. Is like, you know, a lot of these nuking characters that don't create their own orbs, which Mechikabura does not, you know, they could look super good sometimes, but then other times they could look really not as good. So we'll sort of see how this is going to work out. Okay. We have a really good rotation for Mechikabura right here, right? In terms of, like, support and stuff. But look at the orbs. It's not particularly great. I'm going to do this just because this is actually, like, an ideal turn right here. I'm going to do a little bit of orb changing right here. But I would, like, we would have only gotten, like, 3 orbs or something like that right here. But let's just see what he does just sort of doing this. I hate doing this with nuking characters, right? Because it really does, like, it's like, one problem with the Dokkan community right now, I swear, they really will see, like, one big attack set, and they say, oh, that's it, wrap it up, that character is better than this character. But, like, usually there's a lot that goes into these characters doing, like, these big stats and stuff like that. I always try and value units that can have some level of good consistency, right? Like, you can see them get a lot of these big numbers a lot. That's why I usually don't like nuking characters, but like, you know, the GT Dokkan Fest duo, they're different because they're creating rainbow orbs always. Like, they're an exception. But for the most part, I'm actually not a fan of nuking characters. All right, so we got 22 orbs right there from 361k. Again, don't forget that he's getting 80% when he super attacks right here. And we have a lot of support on rotation. 80% support on rotation with 22 AGL key spheres. So let's go and see what Mechikabura does right here. 9.27. Also remember that Mechikabura, he does lower attack, which could be good for some Super Battle Road stages, right? Maybe you want to bring him into, you know, Time Traveler Extreme Super Battle Road. Will eventually be a thing or something like that. But the attack debuff can help. But Mechikabura does also stack attack. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of attack stacking. You guys know this. I just feel like when it comes to that or defensive stacking just blows attack stacking out of the water. It's just so much more impressive. But it is still something that he's got, right? And like, you know, he's going to be building up his damage, but it's not like his defense is being undersold or anything like that. Like defensively, Mechikabura is able to put up like really impressive numbers as well. I think both God Trunks and Mechikabura are very good units. Okay, so this was an opening run on the Heroes team. Let's keep going. Let's look at Mechikabura on a couple of different teams. I'm not going to orb change again. I just wanted to get one of those in, but for the rest of it, we're not going to orb change. I would like to see a turn where we get really bad orb luck again. I do want to see that. All right, now we're over here on the Realm of Gods team. Mechikabura will link up pretty well with Demigra. The only problem is that Demigra sucks. That's a bit of an issue. This is one of these things, man, where it's like, dude, like, there's all these different heroes characters and stuff like that. If, like, they would push more of them out, make more of them relevant, it would be a lot easier to run a lot more of these characters. Although, I guess Demigra is not a heroes character. He's from Xenoverse. But, you guys understand. Like, Dragon Ball Online, Xenoverse, like, all that shit. Like, they're all sort of, like, tied together and intermingled and all that, right? Okay, so with Demigra, we'll have, what? Fear and Faith, Brainiacs, Revival, Godly Power, and Big Bad Bosses all activated. So that's good. Alright, we'll be able to get, what, 5 orbs. Remember that physical orbs are only giving us attack. We're not going to get the extra defensive buff from that right there. Yeah, but he's still... Dude. Mechikabura is good. Because it's like, he's going to be he's at 200k defense right there. But he's getting another 80% on super attack even right... Dude. 5.71 no... Oh my god, dude. Mechikabura is really good. Holy shit. Okay. This guy is really good. That's like kind of a bare minimum turn right there. There was no support. He didn't even get AGL orbs, although, to be fair, the orbs he got were, you know, physical or STR. So basically, Mechikabura gets extra attack with AGL, STR, or physical orbs. We did get physical, so we did get extra power, but it's like, that's good. I mean, you know, like a 300k defensive stat, 5 million attack stat, no support? Like... I like Mechikabura quite a bit. I really want to see... Can we get a turn where he's got, like, 2 orbs or something like that? Actually, yeah, we can. Alright, so we have all 7 links activated. Okay. This is all 7 right here. What is he at? 164. I'm going to give him these right here. So that gives him... that's attack power right there. What do we jump up to? 234. Again, he's still getting 80% defense on super. I'm actually fairly impressed by Mechikabura. He is looking good to me, like real good. And remember, he is stacking. The only thing, well, I was gonna say this: the stacking attack doesn't really make me. It doesn't make me wet, right? Oh, stacking attack. Oh my god, 7.6. Calm down, dude. But, like, you know, imagine if he just stacked defense as well as attack. That's all I'm saying, right? That's it. I know he's, you know, got 400k defense with a 7 million attack stat, but what else could he do, though? No, Mechikabura looking pretty goddamn good so far, though, by the way. Alright, here we are on the crossover team. We have Mechikabura with Demon Goddess Toa. Shouting Limit as well as Master Magic is activated. We'll be able to get a number of orbs right there, and we're also getting a good amount of support from Demon Goddess Toa and Vegito. But I mean, you guys can see a lot of these rotations here. Like we're sitting at a cool, like, well over 200k defense. Like it's like 300k defense is just like what this guy sits at, right? a lot of attack stats in like that 4 or 5 million range, 6 million range, 7 million range. I'm actually fairly impressed. I think Mechikabura, he seems like a very, very powerful unit, man. Seriously. Again, I'm pretty impressed. The only thing I wish for Mechikabura, I think the only actual like criticism I have, the one thing like a legitimate thing I wish, is that he had Fierce Battle instead of Shattering the Limit. That's the one. Because it's like when it comes time to potentially run Mechikabura on Realm of Gods, Revived Warrior, Time Traveler, Terrifying Conqueror, one of those teams, Fierce Battle, I think, would suit him much better than Shattering the Limit. So, besides that, that's basically the one thing. Okay, so Int Orbs would give us just the defense. Let's go ahead and see this, though. Let's go ahead and hit this. So, this is just defensive orbs. We don't get that extra attack buff from him. I mean, dude, he's still over 300k defense, basically. Let's see what he gets us right here. Go ahead, Mechikabura. Show us something. So this is without the extra attack buff from orbs. It's still in the mid 4 millions. Does he look good enough? What the hell? Dude, what? Okay. Okay, man. Alright, here we are on the Terrifying Conqueror team. With the Terrifying Conqueror team, we'll be able to get a number of options to sort of help Mechikabura look pretty good, for sure. So, remember, we do have access to the 50% support Rildo. Now, every time I use one of these units, I do have to tell, you know, I'm sorry, you know, listen, free-to-play players, global players, like, these 50% supports, Dokkan has kept them on ice for so long that they pretty much just suck now. Most of them are really not that good. I do think Rildo is solid. I think Kid Gohan, Hit, and Kabe are good, but the rest of them are not really that impressive. But, I mean, Rildo, we didn't get a great turn here, but he is going to be able to create AGL Key Spheres for Mechikabura. Let's just do these 3 AGL Key Spheres. Let's see what Mechikabura can do with only 3 Key Spheres. Defense like 400k. Remember, we have Garlic Jr. around as well. Garlic Jr. I love so much that Garlic Jr. was such a meme for so long, and then Dokkan adds him in, and he's a god. The god Garlic Jr. is actually crazy. Yeah, 5 million. There you go. Even with only 3 orbs. And remember, I mean, Mechikabura is getting 20% attack and defense per key sphere, but it's just, you know, depending upon the colored key sphere, he's getting extra buffs. So, I mean, yeah, we can pretty much wrap it up here. He is great. He's great. I think Mechikabura is actually, like, really impressive to me. I think a lot of people really underestimated and undersold a lot of the hero units this year. I think for sure. I think a lot of them just like are ridiculously impressive, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and transform. Oh, why don't we get the cooler transformation in here? You know, characters like Xenopan, God Trunks, Mechikabura, a lot of these, you know, EZAs and Awakenings. I think the celebration overall was good with the amount of, you know, good, interesting, sort of like powerful characters that the collab did sort of bring to Dokkan in general, right? Here, let's just go ahead and get rid of this Goku and Vegeta. We'll get one more turn here with Mechikabura next turn, and then I think we'll finish up. But let me know what you guys think of Mechikabura. Like, how good do you guys think he is? You know, where would you rank him? I think the fact that he is on some of these teams that are a little bit, like, they are real teams, right? Like, Revived Warrior, Time Traveler, Terrifying Conqueror, Realm of God. Like, those 4 teams, I definitely think you could find a spot for Mechikabura on those teams. Mechikabura having stuff like Fear and Faith, Revival, Big Bad Bosses definitely makes it to where you could get him sort of in there and looking good. Okay, so we have Cooler here. Remember that Cooler, right, is actually giving 50% to Mechikabura on this turn. So let's go ahead and see what we can get from Mechikabura right here. So we're at 184k defense. We're going to get 11 orbs. Physical, so we're not going to get the extra defensive buff, but defensively, he's still getting 80% right there. Is he good enough? Oh my god. Yeah, alright, Mechikabura, man. Yeah, we did get the defensive buff. Oh no, he's only sitting at 500k defense. My bad, man. Because we got physical instead of EGL. He's only rocking 500k defense this turn, kids. It's not that great. He's insane. Meki Gamora, I'm actually like really blown away. Like he's definitely like Dokkan Fest exclusive level. Like what the hell? This guy Meki Gamora does not play, dude. My man does not play around. Meki Gamora, what a beast. What a behemoth this guy is. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you guys next time, man.